Nowadays, everywhere, in different spiritual traditions, even people who seem to be far from any spiritual traditions but do some sort of esotericism are talking about us going through a transition period, transition to the golden age, a new time. How can you comment on this? Is this really the case? And if yes, what is golden age all about? What is awaiting people in the near future? I don't know. Here I am looking through the window. It's overcast outside today. The same old traffic jams in Moscow. Can't see any golden age. Where is it? But in a way, they are right. People who sense subtle energies, they can feel it or foresee it. I'll tell you one thing. Golden age hasn't been predicted by none of the Western psychics. It sort of lies beyond their senses. They could predict, for example, Chernobyl nuclear disaster or some other events, especially catastrophes. But Golden Age was predicted by Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the Golden Avatar, who exceptionally spreads love for God, so to speak, avatar of love. So he predicted that in 500 years, he came 500 years ago, it would spread all around the world through chanting names of God. People would attain divine love for God. In each city, town, and village, people would do this. Today, from this point of view, it's already happening. Over 500 years later, and it's a fact. The prediction is coming true. Although, when an Englishman heard about it in India from a guru, that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra would be chanted everywhere around the world, he said, "Are you serious? Do you actually believe it?" Just imagine it was a lord sitting in an armchair with a cigar, a lord coming from the Western culture, and here they're talking about India where people ride carts, walk barefoot, wear loincloths. And he said, "Are we going to chant your kirtans just like you, sit in temples? Are you kidding? Do you actually believe what you're saying?" And the guru said, "Yes, this is exactly how it's going to be." Back then, nobody believed that somebody would imitate India, such a backward country. However, today we can see that it's becoming essential. Even if you don't agree, you have no other choice. A bitter medicine, but there's no other, you have to take it. They say it's an Indian medicine, we are Russians. Wait a second. If we're talking about a medicine or a fire, we don't say there will be a Russian fire brigade coming to put out the fire, or the medicine is Indian or English, whatever. It helps, so you must take it. You have no other choice. Because this present age of Kali, when there's so much confusion, so much quarrel, so many problems, it's impossible to find a solution. Just look at the situation. Nobody has a solution. No politicians, neither scientists or psychologists. Nobody knows what the solution is. They just voice the problems. And where's the solution for these problems? Here we're rushing about to find a solution, but we just can't find it. We have to honestly admit it. It has been many centuries, even millennia, that we can't find a solution. But one who practices what's in the scriptures, chanting the holy names of God, here new psychology arises. New way of life, new relationships. Here, really enlightened consciousness begins. But it relates to different spiritual traditions, right? If we aren't talking about Vaishnava path, any of the spiritual traditions, name of God is his name. A saint person is saint, no matter where he is, qualitatively. A Christian saint, a Muslim saint, a Hare Krishna saint, if he's a real saint. So, what's the difference between them? Gold is gold. Gold is extracted in India, gold is extracted in Russia, still gold is gold, highest grade gold. You refine it, that's it, you get highest grade gold. So the golden age is when knowledge revives and people acquire more spiritual power, spiritual energy, spiritual qualities, gold. And that's where we started our dialogue from, right? When matter and spirit unite, matter is no longer something separated. Everything attains a spiritual context, so to speak. To speak simpler in our context, spiritual means cooperation of all living entities all over the world, unity, cooperation instead of competition.